The first thing the government has to do is to end the paralysis that is in the decision making, and that includes not just clearing the projects from the cabinet committee, but it has to be effective in the sense of if there are land clearances or land acquisition clearances associated with the project moving forward, then that has to happen also. So those sorts of things. So no doubt we were growing at 7-8%, and it has now dropped to 4.4. Investment to GDP ratio remains 30%, which is very respectable. A lot of excess capacity. So going back to the 8% should not be too much of a struggle, but we need to. Gujarat is a way to illustrate what I think is one way to proceed, and certainly a lot of the things in the way Gujarat has run its policies is consistent with the way I think of the development process, meaning big emphasis on growth and of course redistributive policies to go with it, and it is in that context I cite Gujarat and contrasting it with Kerala, which has a very different kind of at least metaphorically has a very different interpretation. The first thing they have to do, whichever government comes in, is to end the paralysis. Now, when a new government comes in, I think it's in a better position to actually, and that government will have to take the responsibility. When today, there is great reluctance within the political class to say that buck stops with me, that responsibility is mine. If you do that, then the bureaucrats will begin to take decisions. I think a new government will be in a better position. They will have to do that. I mean, if they're really going to break the logjam. That's the kind of beginning. Second, I think they've got to get started on beginning to build infrastructure, in particular road building, highways, etc. It has considerably slowed down, and that needs to come back on track. Electricity, if you end the paralysis, let the coal become available, gas become available, a lot of capacity has already been created actually, and so the electricity output can be raised very quickly, and therefore you can start bringing electricity to the rural, to the villages, and also for the industry you can begin doing that. And I think also among the, I would say still I will count among these quick reforms and lower hanging fruits, I would also include they will have to revisit and amend again the Land Acquisition Act. I think the current Land Acquisition Act is so anti-entrepreneur that I think will have a great deal of difficulty.